Good morning, my students of class 9. I hope all of you are fine and you are watching the videos through the offline videos. You are watching those through the YouTube channel of Bardwan Model School, and those are also available in the e-portal, right? As you know that the lockdown period is continuing, so this week also we have to continue with the offline classes. And as you know that we are dealing with the topic or the chapter Socialism and the Russian Revolution, and we have come to the last topic of that particular chapter. So with this we are going to end our chapter. So as you know that in Russian Revolution, the first man or the man who led the Russian Revolution was Vladimir Lenin. He was in exile, that after the fall of monarchy he came back in Russia and he started the revolution, and he made it sure that by 1917 December the whole Russia came under the control of the Bolsheviks. The Bolsheviks were then renamed as the Communist Party of Russia, and then they made the government and they started to rule in Russia, and the whole Russia became a communist country, and they faced a civil war. In that civil war, the no communists or those who were against the communists, the Mensheviks, they were again defeated by the pro-communists or the Bolsheviks. So Lenin made it very clear that in Russia, only those who support communism, those who support Bolsheviks, they will only live and they will only rule. So the whole Russia became a communist country. But after Lenin's death, the second party in command was Leo Trotsky, who was the leader of the military Revolutionary Military Association, right? But this man was defeated. Leo Trotsky was defeated by a man whose name was Stalin, and he became the next ruler of Russia. And when Stalin was a very firm believer of communism, he was a very strong believer. Lenin was a believer of communism, but he was a little bit liberal also. But this Stalin was a very staunch believer of communism, and he believed that by hook or by crook he has to bring equality in the society. That's why he started a system called collectivization. What does this mean? So collectivization was a system which started by Stalin. This Stalin, he started this system. He said that whatever land is available, that was redistributed, and as per the population of Russia, till then many people were not getting the land. So those people were jobless, so they could not do any kind of work. So as they could not do any kind of work, Stalin said that you will collectively produce, you will collectively cultivate. What does it mean? That if I am having a huge amount of land, for example 4 acres, I will divide those lands with my friends. 4 friends, each one will have 1 acre. And not only we will cultivate together, but we will cultivate different crops together. Maybe I will crop rice, I will grow rice, some of my friends will grow potatoes, some of my friends will grow wheat, and some of my friends will grow peas or any other pulses. Then what will be the advantage? That means that I, as a person who was having a huge amount of land, is divided with others. That means other people are also getting the job, right? And as we are cultivating different type of crops, that means we are cultivating a lot of things together. Not only crops, he also said that one land can be also used as a different type of farming. That means in one land, one side will be used for cultivation, one side will be used for growing chickens, one side will be used for rearing animals like sheep and all, right? So that means it will be a mixed farming. So if a mixed farming is there, the production amount will increase, and if the production amount will increase, the income of the state will also increase, and if the income of the state will increase, the living standards of its people, of its population will also increase. So in a way, we are going to divide, we are going to share our land, which was the main point of communism and socialism, that there will be no private property, there will be no private authority, right? So we are going to share those lands, those properties which is there with others, to give them a chance, to give them a share of their work, and there will be a thing that there will be nobody unemployed in Russia, which was very good. But problems started. What were the problems? The problems were like this, that many people who had land, they were not ready to share their lands. When I gave you the example, I told you about 4 acres, which is a huge amount. But many of those people, many of those peasants who lived in Russia, they had small amount of lands. So if they again share it with somebody else, that means their own income will reduce. Why I am going to reduce my income for the sake of somebody else, whom I don't know, whom I don't have a friendship with, right? This was the point of those who had lands. But Stalin made it very clear that if you follow collectivization, you are in. If you are not following collectivization, you are out. That means if you don't follow collectivization, then you could be killed or you have to leave Russia. That was a